Call me crazy, but it's raining, and I kind of I had to walk in the rain a few times. Got my shirt really wet and everything else. I love it though, and you don't plan to get wet when you're a kid and you're in San Francisco and it's raining all the time. It just kind of happens, right? But I kind of miss this. Growing up in San Francisco, going to Union Square, it's just amazing because at the time, of course, you're miserable. But as soon as you get indoors, like I'm going to get indoors now, you're feeling warm and, your feet start to warm up. And by the way, I wonder if you can see Mickey right there in my classroom. Anyway, or maybe you remember those rainy days in which you go into the house and take off your wet socks and you put the fresh socks on, and maybe your mom's doing laundry, so the dryer is tumbling, it's making noise, and you can smell the fabric softener, and it's just a kind of it's one of the things, like I said, you take for granted, but finally you look back and you say, wow, that's a nice anchor to a pleasant memory. And so think about contrasting ideas, which is what we're teaching in our class. We're team teaching English language arts. And so work versus play, stress versus relaxation, hot weather versus cooling off period, right? Wet and rainy versus becoming dry. And I think there's something to be said for switching between these two. So anyway, I don't know who this video is going to be for. It's just like thoughts, right? So think about this. I'll share this with you. I invite you to work so hard on something and to really get deep into that. It could be just a long walk that you're taking, and just to be focused on that walk, not checking your phone, not checking messages, not trying to solve a problem necessarily, but just walking, taking in the environment. For me, after about 27 minutes, I feel like I've reached the state where I think Dr. William Glass referred to as positive addiction, and it's where everything is flowing. It's a free-flowing straight state. Well, physically for me, it's when my body is warmed up enough that I feel the endorphins. And physically and mentally, you have this kind of, I guess it's an unconscious state, right? You no longer think about the fact that you're walking, you're getting adjusted to it. You hate it, because I really hate to walk or do anything out of the ordinary when I would rather sit down, right? So to get out there in the cold, and then it may be raining, it may be that you don't have the right clothing, you don't have a scarf, whatever it is, you're miserable. Oftentimes I walk in that state, but embrace it. Embrace whatever you have to do. Embrace the negativity that's coming in your life, not to accept it necessarily, not to be passive about it, but to recognize that this means that when that pressure does finally let up, or you do solve that problem, or you do get indoors and get dry, you're going to love it. Without these contrasts, our life is really meaningless. You cannot win the lottery and expect to stay at home and travel the world forever. It will get old, and you'll miss the work. This is why I love the work that I do, because such a mixture of easy and difficult and sometimes impossible situations to deal with. You just have to sleep on the subject and think about it the following day, whatever. So there it is.